Here we go. We're recording. Okay, so we're doing live power hour tonight. So I want you to have everything that you would use for your normal power hour. So that would consist of either a phone, an iPad, or a computer, notebook, and a pen. I got some water right here, so I don't have to get up. And so I've got my computer, I've got my iPad, and my phone. But that's just so I can kind of do the call and at this point. Cool. So you guys might go in a different order than I do, and things that might be important to you to get done first might fall later on my list, and then vice versa. So I'm not saying one thing's more important than the other. This is just kind of how I do it. And so I just want to kind of go over everything so that you guys know exactly how long everything is. Okay, I need to find my timer. That's what I was going to do before. Do I have a timer on my phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Clock that you set your alarm on?
Watch. Yes, I've never used it before. Oh, no, that's not right.
It says clock, and it looks like a clock on your iPhone.
Oh.
And you probably have, is that how you set your alarms on it?
No, I don't. I use an old-fashioned alarm clock because people message me at 2 a.m. No bueno. I don't take my phone into my bedroom. All right, who wants to be our timer?
I can do that.
You want to be our timer, Callie?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, you're awesome. Okay, see, I told you this is a team call. We're doing this. Okay, Callie will be our timer, so I'll just tell you like how long for each thing, and then when it goes off, just let us know. Okay.
Then 1 second. Let me put my baby's bottle away.
Okay. So I want this to be an open call. I said this at the beginning, but I want this to be open. So if you guys have like any helpful tips or tricks or something that you do, please don't be afraid to share it with everybody. We're here to learn. We're here to everybody kind of take all these tips and make our power hour as focused and as good as we can make it. So we got a few more people hopping on. Good deal. Okay, so Callie went to do that. So first, what I like to do for my power hour is I actually like to return messages. I usually do my power hour in the morning. And so I go to bed at 10 o'clock. I try to make that the very latest. You guys all probably have the same problem. People message after 10 o'clock, right? There's a lot of people on Facebook or social media that are messaging. So I usually wake up to several messages. I get my workout in very first thing, and then I try to do maybe 20 minutes of my power hour before I have to wake my kids up for school. So that's when I answer people back. Is first thing in the morning. So that's what I put as my number one thing to do, is to answer people back, because I like to get back to them within 24 hours. And I know at least if I get to them right in the morning, at least I've answered them. And then if they get right back to me and I don't have time to answer them back, at least they know that I'm in part of the conversation and I'm not ignoring them. Does that make sense? So I want you, I usually spend 5 to 10 minutes just answering messages, depending on who it is, copying and pasting and all that stuff. If you guys have already done this today, then we might not have to spend that much time doing this, and so we can kind of move on to the next step. But so first of all, I would really like you to answer any messages that you may have. I am going to screen share my Facebook so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm actually kind of nervous about this. Can you guys see my screen? So here we go. I don't know if you can see this. So I've got 2 messages here. I don't know why I'm nervous. I just I'm nervous about it, I guess, because I'm afraid I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. So anyway, here we go. So I want, Callie, can you set it for about 5 minutes? We'll just take a few minutes to, 5 minutes to answer messages. What's that?
Tell me when you want me to start.
Ready, set, go. So start answering any messages that you have. If you don't have any messages, then you can start trying to find friends, like move on to the next step, or you can move on to invites if that's something that you want to do. So if you have any messages, go ahead and write those down. Hey, Liz, who posted that? See, those distractions, I need to learn how to get rid of those. So do you guys all have messages? Are you working? Okay. Yeah. Can you guys hear my husband? I'm getting mad at my daughter for not listening. All righty. Okay, so I'm done with my messages. If you're done, I just want to show you this this thing that I just noticed, or that I learned today. So we invite lots of people every single day, and Facebook doesn't like us to have a bunch of like friend requests out just because they think that we're going to be spammers. Okay, so if you have a whole bunch out, there is a way that you can find them to like unfriend request them if they don't accept your friend request. So I'm going to show you that now, okay? So if you go up to the top to friend requests, right here, and you go to find friends. Right over here under no new friend requests, or however many you have, you're going to go to view sent requests right here. So I have all of these people right here and there's even more than this, that I have sent friend requests to that have not accepted my friend request, and they're probably not going to. So this is something. What's that? Was that time up, Kelly? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So, so this is something that I actually recommend doing, maybe not every day, but doing probably once or twice a week, depending on how many friend requests you send out, just so that Facebook doesn't end up blocking you, so that your business just all of a sudden comes to a screeching halt. Okay, so I just learned that today, so I thought I would share that with you. So super excited. Oh, look, there I am. Thanks, Chelly. This is awesome. I better like that. Okay. So there we go. Let's see. So number 2 on the list. I'm getting distracted. See, this isn't good. Okay, so we've returned all messages. So second thing I like to do, I try to do before my kids wake up, is find new friends. So let's set the timer for 5 minutes, Callie, if you don't mind, and find new friends. However you like to do that, you can go into suggested friends. Personally, I don't like to do that because most suggested friends are from Heber, and the ones from Heber, there's about 8 coaches that are also friends with those people. So it makes it really hard. So I actually like to go through my news feed, and I find people that were old high school friends or somebody who has a whole bunch of comments. And then I actually look through the people who commented to see if I know them, see who their mutual friends are, if any of them are coaches. And then I kind of look and see how often they post. So this person right here, no coaches are her friends that I can recognize anyway. She posted 11 hours ago, then she posted February 18th. So it looks like she'll post on Facebook, which is a good thing. And I've got some mutual friends, so I'm just going to add her and see if she accepts my friend request. That's how I've been doing it probably the last month or so, and it's been a great way to get new people who aren't necessarily from Heber or friends with all of my fitness friends. Does that make sense? Like within Heber, who are also Beachbody coaches. So that's how I've been doing it. So let's take 5 minutes and find yourself some friends.
Okay, I'll push start now, but I have one quick question.
Perfect.
Do you write down, because this is something that I do not do, and do you write down every person that you add as a friend? To
No,
kind of,
I don't
okay.
personally. Anybody else? What do you guys do? I don't. I write down my reach outs. Anybody that I reach out to.
Not either, and that's something new that I'm like, because I'll reach out and then I completely forget, and it's been months, and be like, oh yeah, I forgot that was a good person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I reach out.
I'm Erin for mine. Anytime they accept my friend request, I go in and I write them on my contact list.
Perfect.
So I keep track of it that way, but I don't like just add them just because I sent them a request. Once they accept, then I write them on my list.
Perfect.
Okay.
And there's something else that I learned. You guys keep adding friends. I've already added a few today, so I'm just going to show you. So if you hover over their name, and then if you go down to friends, you can go to this add to another list and click on that. And this is another thing I learned as I'm like watching these live power hours. So I'm taking all of these things and trying to combine. You can make a new list. So I made a new list and I put February form list. So I'm going to form these people I don't want to form her because she actually was a discount coach at one point, but put her in the February form list. And then I've got all of these people in the same group. So all I have to do is check this list and I can reach out to these same people and check their posts rather than looking and searching for them all the time. Does that make sense? So they're all in the same group. Does that make sense? So I'm not going to do her because
I'm confused.
Okay, let's not let you be confused. Okay, let's see. Let me find somebody that I want to add. What happened?
I'm sorry. I was like messaging someone on my phone while you were talking, so I kind of missed the very first part. Like, where did I've never even seen drop down before. Where did you find that?
Okay, so you hover their name.
Uh-huh.
And then you go down to friends.
Uh-huh.
And then add to another list.
So you have like friend lists?
You have it too.
I know, but I'm like, remember how I said how retarded I am about Facebook?
No, I am too. This is just something I learned. So yeah, and so you're gonna add a new list. You can call it whatever you want. So mine's February form list. And so then I'm going to add her to this.
So you created all of these lists right here that you are grouping people into?
No, I didn't. I don't know where these actually came from.
So Facebook like use their little logarithms to create these
yes.
for you? Okay.
Yes. So I am making this list. So I just added her to my form list and there we go. So now I can just go into that list.
And what's your form list, Erin?
What's my form list? Like these are the people that I'm trying to reach out to. I'm trying to build friendships. I'm trying to.
That you're already friends with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So these are the people who have accepted my friend request already.
I see.
These are people I'm going to reach out to. Does that make sense? So right now we're just adding friends. I just wanted to tell you guys that before I forgot. So hopefully you're still adding friends.
So does this only work on the laptop?
Yes.
The
yeah, to
list?
make the new list.
Get a
it does.
Okay, that's what I'm doing wrong here. Dang it.
I know, I'm feeling dumb for getting on the call on my computer. I should have got on the call on my phone.
Oh, well, we will be doing this again. I think this will be very beneficial to all of us. I learned several things by doing this. And so, yeah, I think it's good.
I have spent my first entire year of coaching doing it all on my phone, and I think that it's time I get a laptop.
You're not the only. I spent probably my first year too, also. And then I got an iPad, and I wish I would have gotten a computer. So.
Okay, our 5 minutes is up.
Okay, so did you guys, hopefully you added at least 3 new friends. I would love to see you add at least 5 a day. Okay, we've got to keep that network rolling because 1 out of how many people actually say yes to a challenge pack or to the coaching opportunity? Maybe 1 out of 10, right? So keep people in there. Okay. Let's see. So next one is Hey Girl messages. That's where I go next. So I invite friends and then I do some Hey Girl messages. So when I do this, I don't usually do this on the laptop. So I'm hoping this will work for me. Let's see. I want to go. How do I get to my, okay, find friends. Not find friends. I don't want to find friends. I want to, let's see.
So is this where you would go into your February thing list?
Yes, I could go into my list.
Yeah, how do you get to your list? I was going to ask that part.
That's a good question. I actually don't know that part.
I think you would probably find it. Erin, go to your personal page, click on your name, and then go to friends. And see if, because I think you're looking for recently added, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Or
Oh, there's recently
So
added.
right there. Yeah.
how do you find your list that's your February?
I did not ever learn that part.
Should be a way to I'm not on a computer, so but I swear because I used to
Might-
see people
It might be on your homepage.
of people that
On the left-hand side, huh? That's what I would kind of,
Yeah, that's where I think it is.
that's where I think it is too.
that might be.
Maybe.
Is there a list?
Oh, keep going down. There's groups and friends. Oh,
Just pages. All right. Well, we'll work on that. But
You have friends. Will that friends like expand? Do you scroll back up?
scroll up.
Oh, down. Oh, down. There was a part that said friends, and then it says close friends or whatever.
Oh, right here. Oh, you can just add your best
Yeah, there
friends
was one-
or whatever.
Oh.
So if you click on
Oh,
the
look right
part
here.
above that where it says more, yeah, your list will pop down and then you'll only see the feed from the people that are in those lists of whatever you click on.
So those are my close friends, but I don't.
So click on the tab that says on this list. Yeah. Let's see if there's a different list. Oh.
Huh.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna play with that. But anyway, we will find it.
So do you want
If,
me to?
if you just go by where it says friends, if you hover, it says more. And you can, if you click more, it should bring up all your different forms that you have. Like I have one that's Heber area, one that's Weezer, one that's where I used to live.
Oh,
and
yep,
stuff.
there it is. Okay, did you guys see that? Ta-da! Was that Heather? You're so smart. Okay, so I go to friends right down here. See how more pops up right there? Click on more, and here are all my lists. So then I'll go to February form list, and here's all these people and their posts. So I can like their posts,
That's
and then I
nice.
can reach out to them. Does that make sense? All right, Kelly, did you
that's awesome.
start that timer?
I didn't, but I will do it right now.
All right, let's do it.
How long did you want me to do it for?
So usually, Hey Girl messages, I take about 10 minutes to do, just depending on obviously how much time you have or whatever. But I like to try to take 10 minutes because I feel like reach outs are very, very important in building relationships. So maybe just because we took so much time trying to find that list, maybe do 5 minutes just for tonight, and then
Okay. Starting now.
yes. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of talk you through this. So this Ashley girl, and Mackenzie, I actually see that you're friends with her, so I'm sorry if I'm not trying to step on your toes, but so this Ashley girl, she went to the Ice Castle. So I messaged her back January 13th, and I said, hey, I saw that you went to the Ice Castles. I've never been. Can you tell me how much tickets were? And so we went back and forth and kind of talked just that day. So I haven't really talked to her since. So I'm just going to kind of follow up and say, hey, we ended up going to the Ice Castles. They were super fun. Thanks for giving me tips. And So I'm not even going to bring up Beachbody or whatever, but I'm just going to, reach out to her and let her know that I'm still kind of being connected with her. So.
While you are on that topic of, since there is a lot of us from Heber, I don't know who like coaches are family with and stuff. I always get worried that other coaches are going to see that I'm like commenting on people, like they may be best friends with that person or their family. I really try not to step on people's toes. So if you see that I'm like trying to reach out to somebody that you're like, hey, that's like my sister or something, I would not be offended if you guys told me, like, I don't know how else to like go about it, because I have no idea who's friends with who or who's like related in Heber, and it's small here.
I feel the same way, Callie.
Yeah, you know what? I think
So
I think as long as we're honest with I think as long as we're honest with each other and just kind of keep going. I mean, if it's family, then obviously family's probably going to go with family. But if it's, friends or whatever, you just let that person choose whoever they want to reach out to, the customer, whoever they want to work with. It's their opportunity to choose who they want to work with. That's my feeling on it anyway.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I guess, like, so recently I was reaching out. I just came across somebody who started liking some of my stuff, so I started reaching out. And then I saw that a few coaches were actually trying to get her to sign up as a coach. I guess just situations like that where I'm like, oh, I hope this girl's not feeling bombarded by coaches, and I don't know.
Right.
Like and I maybe people are related to her. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just hard to know. I don't know.
It is hard to know.
I think that list thing that you just showed us, Erin, is going to be maybe one of the best features.
Yeah.
And that's why I just barely learned about it, and so I was like, I need to show everybody. So,
I mean, as good as it is for us to like comment and like on each other's posts, like
right.
99% of my Facebook feed is filled up with Team Heart and Hustle, like
right.
And so I feel like I'm like constantly like scroll, like looking and searching. And so being able to create a list like that of people that I'm following and just go in and see that. And I feel like it's going to allow us to spend a little bit more focused time.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, the timer went off.
Okay.
I only did one.
Okay, so I was only able to do 3 reach outs during those 5 minutes. So that's why I like to do at least 10 minutes, because I like to, granted I was talking a lot more than I normally would, but I like to get at least 5 reach outs in. And if I have any spare minutes in between, like when I'm waiting for carpool or whatever, I'll try to do a few more, just kind of fit that in here and there. I really feel like building relationships with as many people as possible is super important. So. Okay, so Hey Girl Messages, we added new people. Invites. Are we ready for invites? I was going to tell you guys to bring a list and so you could do your invites, but then I thought, you know what? If you don't normally have a list that you're working from for invites, then we're going to try to make this as real as possible. So I didn't go that route. So anyway, questions? Somebody was going to talk.
Oh, I was just gonna say I only got through one reach out. I'm really kind of slow, so my power hours usually have to be like 2 hours. I don't know, it takes me a long time to think of things to say. But do you have a list of your reach outs normally, or do you always do it from a list on Facebook? Do you like have a list for that? Is that how you're so fast at getting through it?
Not necessarily. A lot of times I'll actually just scroll through Facebook and I'll find somebody. And I mean, before this list, now that I've got this list, I think I'm going to use that a lot more. And I think that will save me a ton of time. But I'll usually just scroll through Facebook and I'll see somebody like this post that I've got pulled up right here. And oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Look at that prize, or, you know, whatever. And whatever. If I look at something that's eye-catching, instead of commenting on their picture, I will personally message them instead. That's kind of how I do it, just to kind of open the door just a little bit more that way. So it's a little more personable. So that's how I do not have an invite list tonight either. So I'm kind of going from scratch. So anyway, are we ready? Let's set the timer. Invites, I would like to do 10 minutes because that takes me a little bit longer just to kind of think of exactly what I'm going to say. So.
Okay. I think that's where I messed up on my last one. I did invites. That's why I only got not reach out. Okay. I'm good.
Okay. So can we do 10 minutes?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Okay. Set that timer and you ready? Here we go.
Go.
You ready? Go. Yeah, we're gonna be gone.
Okay, the timer went off.
Is that the timer?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. How many invites did you guys get?
I would have to go look, but I want to say like 6 or 7 actually.
I got like 5. So in that 10 minutes, that's pretty good, right? 6 or 7 invites. So the main point of this is if you're focused, it doesn't take that long. And Marquesas did a video on it, and it's really true. It doesn't take that long. It's just sitting down and doing it and trying to just do it and get it out of the way. So,
do you write down all the names right then, right after you do that, so you know who you reached out?
Yes, you need to. So all of those reach outs, you need to write down on a list. I put them on my planner.
If they reply, you get back with them, or?
Yeah, and you know what? I will write them down on my planner, and then about 3 days later, I will, and all the while I will go back to their Facebook page and I will like and comment. So they'll see that I'm still like interacting with them. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I still try to do that. And then if they have another great post, I'll try to reach out to them again, non-beach body related. So if it was an invite and they don't reply back to me, I will comment and post on their stuff. And then if I see something that's eye-catching or something fun or whatever, I will personal message them, just a hey girl message, not even Beachbody related. Because usually at that point, they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you about that. So I'm not going to be able to join because, so a lot of times you don't even have to ask again because they're already feeling guilty for not replying. Right?
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So if you make it a little more social and kind of go back and forth that you're really interested in them and not just trying to get their money, then that's a huge thing, right? Because really, bottom line, we're not trying to get their money. We're trying to help them, but you've got to build that relationship so you can help them so that they trust you. So that's kind of how I go about it.
I have a question.
Okay.
So like, I can hey girl all the live long day. When do you decide to invite someone? Like I have, because I'm still like in my like warm market or whatever and like working with people that I actually know, and that makes sense to me. But like these new people that I'm reaching out to and hey girling, like do you just like randomly throw it out there and just be like, hey, by the way, I'm a Beachbody coach, I have a challenge group coming up, do you want to be in my challenge group? Like is that what you do? Like I'm totally like, I guess I don't know how to go from A to B without feeling like I'm like being weird.
And we talked about that a little bit yesterday. So a lot of times I don't like, I'll hey girl them a few times and then they'll actually reach out to me. And I would much rather have it that way. And so I think that's why I feel like reach outs are so important, because I would rather them come to me and be interested, because then it like closing the sale is so much easier. Like you've got a 90% chance that you're going to close the sale, opposed to me reaching out to somebody who hasn't even expressed any interest in that. Does that make sense?
So, but who did you do these 5 invites to?
These are the people that I invited are people who have showed interest previously, whether they reached out to me or whatever, but they couldn't do it because the timing was bad or they were going on vacation or whatever.
Okay. So that makes sense to me, because I have those people that I've like previously talked to or previously reached out to me that I keep going back and being like, hey, I have a challenge. So I guess in my brain, I was assuming that you were like throwing out 5 invites to 5 people you've never like invited before.
No, not necessarily. Nope.
Okay. So
An invite is an invite. It doesn't have to be like a brand new person every time. In my book, everybody's different, but
no, that clears up a lot of stuff for me, because I've been very like we talked about, like I've been very confused about the like I can reach out. And since we talked just the other day, I've done nothing but private message reach outs. Like I've just been trying to like what we were talking about.
Good.
And so, but I was still confused about like who am I hurting? Like I was kind of confused about that part. But that makes sense to me if you're saying 5 invites or you know whatever number of invites of people that you've previously talked to, reached out to, and have expressed. That makes me feel better.
Yeah. And some people call those follow-ups. I mean, I guess I kind of mix those together, but a follow-up to me is somebody who has shown interest in this, and I tell them, okay, do you mind if I get back to you in a few days to see what you think? That's a follow-up to me. An invite is re-inviting them after a month because they couldn't last month for whatever reason. So that might be different for different people, but for me, that was kind of how I split it up. So speaking of follow-ups, that's where we're going next.
So Erin, really quick, do you ever like randomly invite somebody?
Do I ever?
Yeah.
Once in a while, I will. If they express interest, I will, for sure. I've got a girl in my challenge group now who I did randomly invite like 4 months ago, and she hurt her knee and I didn't hear from her, nothing on Facebook, nothing. And then randomly out of the blue, she said, okay, I want to order the 21-day fix. Can you tell me about it? So she was actually just going to order the program, and I told her the benefits of Shakeology, and she said, oh, it's too expensive. And so I kind of walked her through that, and she ended up buying a challenge pack. She's in my group and she's doing awesome. So yeah, I do. If I have that good feeling, you know, I'm not opposed to that at all.
And like when you first started off as a coach, I'm guessing that most of your invites were probably
yes,
random.
yeah,
random, but like, yeah, okay.
Yes, when I first started, for sure, almost all of them were. But now most of my things are reach outs, and I post. I mean, if you follow me, you can see that I post about Beachbody a lot, whether it's Shakeology, my challenge groups, my workout, coaching opportunity, all of that stuff. I try to do 1 to 2 of my posts every single day about Beachbody somehow, some way. It's not necessarily an invite, but they're looking in on my life. They're seeing what I do. They're seeing how my challenge groups work. They're seeing all of that stuff. So they're seeing that I'm following a program, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think after they follow and they're like, oh, well, I think I could probably do that. Then that's when they, you know, feel like they can reach out to me. So does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just curious because actually most of my invites are pretty random. I do a lot of follow-ups, but a lot of I would say the majority of my invites to a random person, but.
And that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that by any means. That's just not necessarily the approach I take anymore. But I did when I first started coaching. Yeah, for sure. You have to, right? Because not everybody knows you're a coach. So. For sure.
I'm just curious. You are so good at getting.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I question myself often, believe me. Okay, so
I have a question. Sorry, is it okay if I ask a question?
Please.
Do you ever feel like it's coming off like fake or like, you know, just like that? I heard a bunch of people talking on the salon the other day that they felt like this one girl in our town was totally fake. Like she never commented or liked anyone's pictures until she was a Beachbody coach. And now that's all she does. And that's all she tries to do is sell you the challenge pack. Like I've never felt like that, but I don't want people talking about me like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to feel like I'm not like that.
Yeah, I didn't really comment on other people's stuff either, unless I like absolutely loved it. But I also only had 200 friends, and now I have almost 3,500. You know, so I think we, as Beachbody coaches, we grow and we do these things because it is our job, right? I don't think you have to be fake about it. No. And if those people are saying that, then that's their problem. That's what I think. If they get sick of it and if they get annoyed by it, then unfollow me. That's fine. You're
That's how I felt too. But I was like,
in my group.
I wonder if I'm annoying, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm annoying you, then please unfollow me because you're obviously not in my tribe. I'm here to help people. And if you're not that person that needs help, then that's fine. So don't get annoyed by those people. Be you. Don't be fake. Be real. But our job is to help people. And so be real.
Like this girl wouldn't even say hi to you in the grocery store if she saw you. Like, you know, that's why I think they say that it seems so fake. But if I see someone, I'm like, oh, hey, like, you know, not just on Facebook, but yeah.
Yeah. And personally, for me, I used to be that way. I would not say hi to anybody in the grocery store because I don't know. I don't like that interaction, but now I feel like I'm on all the time as a coach. Does that make sense? So I say hi to everybody and I smile at everybody and I try to be extra nice to my kids so I look like a really good mom. And you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think I'm actually a better person, not just in public, but even behind the scenes because I know that, you know, I have to be real, I guess. I don't know. So I feel like I'm growing as a person.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps. Okay, cool. Are we ready for some follow-ups? We've almost been on an hour. Crazy, huh? Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, sorry, we had so many questions. We're ruining the power hour.
No, that's okay. And I think
the next one
Yeah, I agree. I think the next one will be a lot better. Okay.
So is it 10 minutes for follow-ups normally?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do 10 minutes.
I'm so that I know how better. So that I want to make sure it's so when you do your power hour, you do 10 minutes of follow-ups.
Yeah, about that. And to be 100% honest with you guys, I don't time myself. But after doing this and after like watching all of these different calls so that I could do it kind of the right way, you know, I definitely think it's a huge bonus to do that because you are focused and I'm very competitive. So I'm going to see if I could get one more in today than I did yesterday. Does that make sense? So I'm going to try to push myself just because that's the way I am because I want to better myself. So if you're that way, then set a timer for heaven's sakes. I guess I got to figure that out on my phone, right? All right. Yeah. So maybe set it for like 7 minutes. I don't want this call to go forever, but is that okay, Kelly? About 7 minutes for follow-ups?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Follow-ups.
stop, or my computer's not muting, so everybody can hear you. Okay.
Hey, buddy. What's wrong, honey?
Okay, that's the timer.
Alrighty.
So that was follow-ups. And then the next thing I like to do, and not that this is least important, but I definitely post throughout the day. So if I don't have time to fit this into my power hour, I do this throughout the day. And that is making up posts to post on Facebook, right? So usually what I do is, because I have a like page and a personal page, I actually schedule my like page posts usually the night before. So after my kids go to bed, I'll do most of my power hour in the morning, like my invites and all of that stuff. And then I will do like scheduling my posts and stuff at night for the next morning. I do at least 2 for my like page, and then I'll do the rest during the day if I haven't gotten them all done. So like for tomorrow, I think I have 3 out of the 5 already scheduled for tomorrow. So that is super helpful for me. And then I just have to worry about mostly my personal page and Instagram, because I'm trying to build my Instagram a little bit more as well. So for me, that's what I do. We won't take the time tonight to do this because I don't want to make the call super duper long, let you guys get to bed. And I can stop sharing my page now. But do you guys have any questions or anything you want to say? You're all muted. So what questions do you guys have, or what do you want to go over, or was that helpful, beneficial?
Yes. So what we have on here so far, though, is 40 minutes.
Okay.
But I didn't add, how long do you spend on your post? Like another 10?
10 to 15. It depends how creative I want to get. Right. Yeah. Some posts I try to, like usually my night posts, I try to make a little bit more, attractive, just because that's when most people are on Facebook. So after we're done with this call, I will do my night post on my personal page. My like page is already posted because I have that scheduled and ready to go. So yeah, I usually do.
Do you include? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you include your personal development or power hour, or is that something you do separate?
I do it.
Some people include that, so I was just wondering.
Yeah, I do it separate because I like to do that when I'm getting ready in the morning, or I like to do that. I really like to spend my power hour like working. You know what I mean? Like invites, follow-ups, reach outs, inviting friends, liking and commenting on posts. That's where I like to focus my power hour, because I feel like I can spend at least a whole hour doing that. Personal development I listen to while I'm getting ready, or if I'm in the car commuting, going to see my dad at the hospital or whatever, I listen to that. And then at night I try to read for about 10 minutes before I fall asleep in my bed. So that's kind of where I fit personal development in. Any other questions?
No, but I was just going to say is that the post that I did yesterday that everybody was so nice and commented on, I used an app that was like advertised on Facebook. Like that's kind of what pushed me to do it. I just saw that app and thought I'd try it. And then anyways, it actually lets you schedule posts for your personal page. I don't know if there's any other way to do that, and maybe other people already know to do that. But I didn't know you could do that. So you can actually do a post and schedule it on this app, and then it will post on your personal page.
So that kind of sounds like Tiny Torch, unless it is a Facebook app. So if it's a Facebook app, maybe it will be a little bit better. Tiny Torch, you can do it for your personal page, but not as many people are going to see it.
Okay.
So if it's a third party, I actually don't recommend using Tiny Torch for your personal page.
Yeah, I never use that for posts. Actually, I've never used it at all. I should, but I don't. I've never used it. But yeah, this one was advertised Facebook. I don't know if it seemed like a lot of people saw my post, but I guess a lot of people commented on it. So I guess that's not a good way to judge it.
Yeah, so maybe do a few more with it and just kind of test it and see, you know, I mean, it's the same thing as I've heard from a lot of coaches say, don't post something on Instagram and then have the same thing, like say, yes, please share to Facebook, because not as many people on Facebook are going to see it. Post them, just copy it and then paste it and repost it on Facebook. So they said that that's actually a better way to get more people to see it. So it'd be interesting to know though, because that app seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question, Erin.
Yeah.
How many follow-ups do you do until you kind of call it quits?
Because you could do follow-ups forever.
Well, like I'll follow up and they'll answer back, and then I'll write back and they don't write back. So then I follow up again, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, I think it just depends on how interested they are. And sometimes I just, after so many follow-ups and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then they don't. And then, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then they don't. And, you know, after you get about 3, I'm kind of like, if they're really ready, they'll reach out to me. They know I'm here. So you don't want to waste your time either, you know, but I'll still comment on their posts or whatever so that they know, and, you know, try to still interact with them that way. And a lot of times I'll go back to square one and try to build that relationship so that they trust me more and not even bring up Beachbody again. Because there again, a lot of times they'll bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Yeah, because I just wondered, because with my White Page coaching post, and I had quite a few people interested, but maybe half even got back to me. So it's like, you follow up more than once with those that you would send a message to first, or?
I would. Did they friend request you?
No, maybe like half of them did.
So I would maybe go through and try to friend request them and see if they'll accept your friend request.
Okay.
And then after that, I would start commenting and liking their post. I mean, just treat them like a new person. Comment, like their posts, do that a few times, and then reach out to them again. And, you know, even don't let it be Beachbody related, and just try to build that relationship, because maybe they are interested. They just need to watch you a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know, because I feel like I'm so new at this whole White Page thing.
Yeah, that's how I would go about it. I still feel super new about it with it too. But
okay.
Anything else? I think I'm going to stop recording.